What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Python 5 advanced topics. If you're if you're a Python programmer or a Python beginner student, you should watch this video for learning 5 advanced topics you should focus on while you're coding Python. I mean, in this video, I'm going to show 5 things which we'll be using in Python. You will be using in Python in your Python career very much time. Like in this video, I'm going to show some methods that will be used very much in Python programming. So without any wasting time, let's get started with the video. All right, so let's start with the maps and lambda functions. Okay, what map function in Python? What is math function in Python? Well, Python's map is a built-in function that allows you to process and transform all the items in an iterable without using an explicit for loop and technique commonly known as mapping. So what map function is does is like if you're defining some function over there, it will automatically fetch the parameters, automatically fetch you know the um, the value of it if you're defining a variable inside the Python. So that will be very much used in Python map function. All right. So next is lambda. What lambda does is that lambda is kind of very much a short function. Like in previous video in JavaScript, as I have said that inheritance, which very much decrease the code. So lambda used to is very much similar like that, because it will decrease the code. Like in Python you use function like def, function name, then parameters, but in lambda you use only use the lambda method and Python function name, and so on and so forth. So this is how lambda works. All right, next is iteration, and iteration is very much important in Python. Okay, let's see what iteration is. Iteration is a general term for taking each item of something one after another. Like any time you use a loop, explicit or implicit, to go over a group of items, that is iteration. In Python, iterable and iterator have specific meanings. Look, read it again. Iteration is a general term for taking each item of something one after another. Iteration is a general term for taking each items, like taking each items from the function, from the variable of something, like of something, what I am saying, like function and variable, one after another, like one, then five, then three, then three, then five, then five, seven, then seven, nine, then nine, 11. So this is how iteration works. Like I have said you an example, like without showing any code, so that you should imagine, but I will be showing you some code in the next part of it. So yeah, this is how iteration works. So iteration is very much important, as I have said, it's very much easier to sound and all, but it is very much important in implementing also, and it is very much important in a career also, in a Python career. Okay, next is exception handling. Exception handling includes only two methods. One is try and one is exit. Suppose we have a function, okay, and Python function, and obviously Python is an interpreter language. It can hamper your operating system also if you give any kind of wrong code and all. So like if you're having kind of that type of code, and when you run in your system, it will show big lines of code, big ton of codes. So obviously you will not understand, it will go over your head. So why what try and except does is that, for example, in a function you give um, like a plus b, okay, so you will use under the function, you will use try, that try a plus b, try a plus b, like try to add themselves. If there is any kind of error, like any kind of OS error, any kind of index error, any kind of code error, anything like that, then we will use except code error, it will print the error. Like for example, there is a ton of code written in your terminal while you are facing an error in Python, it will edit your own code. Like if you use any kind of zero division code, it will implement, if there is any kind of zero division code in your code, then only the code will be edited, sorry, the error will be edited as your own form, like what you will be using the print under the except. So after that, if it's there any kind of error, then it will print the except, otherwise it will continue with the try and it will print the result as you want. Okay, so this is how except handling. Next is dunder methods. What is dunder methods? It's kind of uncommon thing in Python, but it's very much important too. So like dunder method contain, it's also known as magic methods or whatever you say, and it contains two underscores. Then some examples are there, like init, add, len, repr. I don't know, maybe len is length and add is addition or anything like that, and init means initialize. So this is how the examples of magic methods are. So these are the things you should learn in Python, like magic method and dunder method. It's very much important. And main function is also there in dunder methods. It's very much important in your career, will be used. All right, so I have given you some, description, brief description of what we're gonna learn. So now let's jump into the VS Code. Let's see some examples how we use. Let's go. Welcome back. So first, what we have learned is that maps and lambda. Okay, first of all, let's define a function which is having addition n, and positively we return n plus n. Obviously, we can add themselves. All right, now we have a numbers, and this numbers is having this ton of set method, and over here we have defined a result, and it will map the addition. What is addition? Addition is implemented over here. So it will fetch the addition over here, and it will do the map with numbers, which is over here, right? So what the point is over here is that using a map method, we are fetching the data from this function, and we are adding like over here. So what we are fetching the data, like addition is having, what this addition function will do will return and add themselves whatever in the parameters. So what is so in the numbers function, what we have a ton of numbers like 1 2 3 4, so it will add themselves, and it will be stored in the result variable, and it will fetch by map method. So after that we will print list of the result, and it will like 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10. So result will be 10. So this is how map methods work. Next, what is lambda? So what is lambda is, for example, we have implemented numbers over here. Numbers is having 1 2 3 4 result map, and we have map the function of it, and we have used the lambda method. And what this lambda method is, I have said that it is a uh, modern function in Python. So this lambda, and we have given a name of the function, and what will do in the function, like it will add themselves. Like similarly, you see over here like def addition, we have given a name and we have add themselves. So like only we have given a name and we have add themselves, and it will give a number. This number will be fetched by math method, and it will obviously stored in the result over here, and it will print the result. So these both things are same, like it is like, and this lambda method is very much modern to understand, and yeah, this is very much modern and very much short coded to understand. So this is very much important in map and uh, lambda. Next is iteration. Okay, in iteration we have a module iter tools or whatever you have. In iter tools we have, even for I in iter tools dot count, it will give 5 comma 5. What it will do, it will add themselves. It is in the function of the module. I can't show you that how it can be added. So like add themselves, like 5 plus 5 equals 10. If I equals 35, it will break, else print I. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Obviously I is not equals 35, it is 10, so it will not break, it will pass into the else and it will print 10. And again, so on and so forth, whenever it will make 30 plus 5 35, it will use if I equals 35, like if it's 35 over here, then it will be I equals 35, and if it's 35 then it will break, otherwise it will print. So obviously that will be 35 and it will break over here and the program will be stopped. So this is how iteration tools, as I have said, that it will count one after another, right? So it is counting one after another over here, you see. So this is how iteration works. Next is generators. I haven't showed you in the slides that what is generator, because it is a very kind of easy concepts. Like generator, as you know, as a formal English, generator means to generate something. Like we have defined a function over here, simple generator func, and sorry fun, and we have used yield method, and this yield method is nothing, it's just a bullshit. It just returns whatever we give after that. So yield 1 it will return 1, yield 2 it will return 2, yield 3 it will be return 3. And for value in simple generator, it will print the value. So whatever in the value over here, it will print like 1 2 3, it will print 1 2 3. It's kind of simple, but it's very much important also. That's why I have implemented in the 5 concept in Python. Generators are very much important. It will you'll be getting learn in a Python career next. So it is very much important though. Next is error handling. Now it is very much important, as I have said that uh, you know um, error handling. So we have defined a b y b and function name, and over here I have given two parameters over here, a and b, and we have used try method over here. What it will do, understand properly. It will use try method over here, and it will use c. We have defined c, and it will use this, you know, this operation over here, like a plus b, it will be divided by a minus b. So it's kind of mathematical operation. It will try to solve this, okay? And there is any kind of zero division error which will be can't divided by zero, right? So if there is kind of zero division error, it will print the error like a divided by b result in zero. It will not print like whole bunch of code error and all. To prevent that, we use try and except over here, okay? So this is very much easy concept and very much important concept also to learn, try and except over here. Otherwise it will, if it's not zero division error, then it will print c, and yeah, and so on and so forth. And we have given these values over here. So yeah, so next what we have is magic and dunder method. Now maybe you know what is try and accept and what are the classes over here. So classes are like object oriented programming in JavaScript, sorry, in Python. Like in previous video I have showed you object oriented programming in JavaScript. So in this video, this is a small concept of object oriented programming in Python. So class string, we have created an object of string, class or human, what I have said in before, I mean in previous video. So maybe a class of string, and over here def init, we have initialized, and we have used self and string. Self is a kind of method we have to keep while we are using this def init and all. So after that we have used self dot string equals string. It will automatically, what is self, like it's mine, I am alone, I am controlling myself, so it's self. So it will self string equals string, whatever it will do we will do. So after that we have used if name is equals main. Now what is if name and equals main? This name is the name of the file, which is main. If the name is equals the main file, like for example in this name we are having main over here, and we are using this code in this file only. If it's like in this main file we are coding this structure of code, then only it will run, otherwise it will not. Right, try to understand very conceptually, it is very much conceptual thing. Name, what is name? Name is the main over here. And if name is equals the main file, if it's not the main file it will not run. If it's the main file then it will run. Obviously the name is equals main, and we are coding this all things in the main file only. So obviously name is equals main. Then if it's name equals main, then string 1 equals string hello, which is over here, and it will print the string, right? So that is only the whole concept of magic and Dunder method. It is very much important. You see, name is equals main. Sometimes we use other files also for implementing other things. So that is very much important. If it's not, like we use this exclamation mark, like not equals to. Obviously, this is a VS Code function, which will are obviously like in mathematics. What do you see that not equals to sign is like two like two equals and one crossover in between. So that is only the thing over here which VS Code automatically does, but actually we use this uh, this exclamation mark over here. So that is only the thing over here we use very much of it. So magic and Dunder method is very much important, very much important and conceptual thing. So you should learn in Python this five concept of of Python. Okay, so this was the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe that button and do the like button, and obviously share the video to your community, and most importantly join my classroom, join my online Discord community, link in the description down below. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.